the Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Old moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Well, hello everyone. This is Carolan. Thank you for joining me tonight. We are here in beautiful sunny Sarasota. Of course, it's after sunset now, but we have a lovely day here and beautiful weather. I hate to tell the rest of the nation that is suffering through the snow. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about tonight. I apologize. We were to have a guest today, a very special guest, but she is ill. Myrna Lou Goldberg is a master palmist. She has studied palmistry for many years, and she's been doing this for many years. So when we rebook her for the show, I'm going to let you know ahead of time so that you can scan your palm if you would like. So it just worked out perfect today. That I'm sorry that she's sick and that she couldn't be here, but now I have a little bit more grasp on what she needs if she's going to take a few readings, and we will have you email those palm prints into us. I was trying to do it today. I was having a little trouble, so I got to work on that. In any event, I am the Psychic Medium of Sarasota, or SRQ as we refer to it, and I have been running a special this month on $40 half-hour readings just to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, coming of spring, just to celebrate green in the month of March. Why not, right? So I've been getting quite a few calls, and I'm very happy to do that. I have a location in Sarasota. If you would like an in-person reading, please see my website at carolancarey.com, and you can contact me. Call me, email me, text me, and I would be glad to book that reading for you. It's very exciting. I retired in August from my full-time job, so I am doing this work full-time now, my spiritual work, instead of part-time, full-time now. So I'm really embracing it and having fun with it and having a wonderful time with In the Psychic Flow on Blog Talk Radio. Just love it. And I have a super-duper producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, or Tiffany Michelle White. She's a fabulous producer, and love her. So anyway, we do have a couple of callers queuing up, and that's wonderful. I'm glad to take that. I just ask you to kind of limit your conversation because it gets kind of distracting for me if you can just ask your question and let me give you what I'm getting, and you can say yes or no, or I prefer actually yes or I don't know, or I'm not sure. So you can always think about what the message that you get from me, and it may hit you at like 2 a.m., so just be open to it, and that's about it. So our first caller is area code 516, and let's see who this is today.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for taking my call.
What's your name?
My name is Randy.
Okay.
And you're doing readings, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So my question is, I would like to get another job closer to my home with more money, and I'm just wondering if that's ever going to happen.
Are you commuting right now, like 20 minutes or something? 20 miles, 20 minutes?
It takes me a long time, longer.
Oh.
Maybe if there was no traffic and I'm taking about 2 buses.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be commuting by bus, is that it?
Well, no, I don't. I hope not.
Oh, okay.
That's why I want to move close to my home.
Okay. The way I'm asking is I keep getting 20, so I don't know if the commute is 20 minutes or 20 miles, but I feel better about that. I have a few people in spirit around you. I have a gentleman in particular, and I'll get to him in a second. But the feeling that I get, is this job a mixture of retail or something like that? What kind of job do you have at the moment?
No, I'm a preschool teacher.
Preschool teacher? Okay. I don't know if there is a school right next to a middle school. Looks like someplace that either you may not have applied to yet or you have overlooked. So if you are out applying, sending your resume out, might be one place that you overlooked that's a little closer to home. I do get a plus sign for that and a green light for that. So that to me indicates that with a little digging, you will find something that's not just better, closer to you, but financially, but also the word that I am more in rhythm with you. How do you feel about the job that you're in now? Is it comfortable, uncomfortable?
There are parts of it that I really love, and then the place I work at is has a lot of dysfunction in it, and they're in debt, and
okay, so it's like a private school
environment.
Okay. Here's my feeling about that. I also feel the month of September, which would make sense in a school. The month of September is sticking out here, and so my impression is I also feel like another certification or an additional something for you. Have you considered middle school, or rather, grammar school rather than preschool?
I don't have a teacher's. My background is social work.
Okay.
So I'm not. I don't think I'm qualified to teach anything else but preschool.
Well, there may be something with your background. This is, what I've always been told, and I'm spinning my wheels, and I'm looking at things. I've been told by my spirit guides and who I hear around me is everything is within you. You just have to look at presenting it in a different light. That degree should not be going to waste. So I feel as if would there be like a guidance counselor or a family liaison position somewhere? You're still working with kids, but you're working at a higher level. That is the consideration. I would get it, and I would rewrite that resume to reflect that. There's more within you than you're giving, than you're getting. Okay, you have more ability than you're using.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if there's a different way to present it, but examine everything. Examine your wardrobe. Examine the way you hold yourself. Examine how to present your education in a better light. Examine what volunteer activities that you have, things like that. Also, animal communication comes up here for some reason. I don't know if it's working with kids with therapy dogs or something like this. There could be a volunteer aspect to this. So that's kind of a lot of information I'm throwing out at you, but those are the possibilities that I'm getting. It's something you haven't thought of. I also do you have a plaid skirt? I'm sorry to stop and go in this direction.
Yes.
They're like, burn the plaid skirt. Sorry. I don't
wear it.
Okay. Somebody is bringing up the plaid skirt. I feel like I have a gentleman in spirit. Would you have a gentleman that's passed away? I don't know if it feels fatherly, sort of, almost like there's a fondness there. Would you have a grandfather, an uncle, or someone like that has passed?
Yes.
Okay.
Grandfather.
This is not. It's a grandpa.
Uncle.
Okay. Good. It's not. I knew it wasn't a father, but it felt kind of fatherly. It's kind of funny. He was like, "Please don't get rid of that." I don't know who's saying that, or if you have a grandmother in spirit as well that would be standing behind him. But somebody is saying, "Burn that skirt, that plaid skirt." I don't know why. I'm just kidding. But this is what they were giving me, was a plaid skirt. It's almost like you have to revamp yourself. And I don't mean spend a lot of money, but it's kind of fun, like looking at yourself differently. That's this is okay. And it's almost, I'm being shown that picture, adjust your crown. You see that on Facebook all the time. It's like push your crown back up and, revel in who you are. You have a lot of education. You have a lot of experience. You're worth more than what you're getting and the way you are being treated. So revamp all those little things. By September, I think you're going to know by August going into September. Of course, you want to know by September. But I feel you're going to be in it, I think, in September because that month stands up. Okay, did that help answer your question, I hope?
Yes, thank you.
Good, thank you very much for calling. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye, Randy. Let's see. I have another caller at area code 201.
Hello, hi.
Hi, Carolan here. How are you?
Hi, Carolan. I'm good. This is Jackie.
Okay. Hi, Jackie. How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I am good. I feel better.
Good.
I do have like a question about career and how it would affect my financial goals, because I do want to do something different. In addition, I'm not ready to quit my job, but my job is not fulfilling, but it's satisfying.
Are you in some kind of? Do you wear a uniform?
No.
Okay.
The kids around me wear uniform. I'm in a very similar predicament like the last caller.
Oh, okay, like the last girl. Okay.
To a certain degree, I felt like you were talking to me, but I'm just not in preschool. I'm the exact opposite.
Because the thing about it is, I just repeat this a second. I've been told if after I'm hitting a brick wall and I can't figure out what to do and blah blah blah, and then it comes down to what do you have within you that you can
do have
repackage.
Uniforms around me though.
Okay.
I do have you're talking about like a military type of uniform?
Well, any kind. I just felt a uniform around, and I wasn't sure what kind of school it was, or what kind of
we have a really big ROTC program.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would have to dig down and reorganize your resume. What kind of program what kind of job are you looking for?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm vested in my job. I'm looking to really start my own business once things settle down. I want to gradually phase into working for myself, doing consulting, and I don't intend to quit my day job, but at the same time, I'm planning my second half of my life.
Okay.
As soon as
that's what I did.
Things in order.
Yeah, I worked my full-time job, and I did this work part-time. If it's something you love, it'll carry you through, and then you can make that transition into doing what you love.
But it's so toxic. Very toxic.
Oh, it is.
Right.
Yeah. Is the business that you're looking at, is this creative or cooking or something like that? Is there something creative here with the business?
It can be, but I am the consulting definitely will be creative. All the things that I've done in my career, I intend to use it down the road to consult. But I do want to offer a service business. I want to do importing and exporting.
Okay.
The thing that you're probably picking up in terms of creative is that I do restorations to property. That's what I'm currently working on now.
Okay. So like you're staging places or cleaning places or stripping it
Fixing
sort of
up
down
things.
to. Yeah. Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing at this point with my mother's house.
Okay.
And I've always done that with my parents. So it would fall into line down the road. That's something I would want to do with my husband and my kids. That's why I won't quit my day job, because there's multiple things that I can do that's within me. I'm just trying to figure out where are the blocks? Why am I getting resistance in areas where I shouldn't be?
Like what?
What's going on behind the scenes? Like work. Work is toxic.
Now, is this a school or is this a military service? School.
It's a school with a military ROTC program in my area.
Oh, okay. Where are you getting resistance? I almost feel like you would get a good reference. You would get some good references there if people needed, as far as your ability. But I almost feel like you have to be friends with somebody there to get a promotion or to get. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I hate that feeling, and it's kind of miserable. So I like the way you're thinking. I can do better than this, and I have a lot of abilities. What I really like about the business with your family is almost, I want to say threefold, because there's the property, there's the cleaning out the property, there is redoing the property to a certain extent. And you can do all of those things. And I feel like the first two things are going to be done. You're the idea person. You're the idea person and the creative person. And I think you have, if I may say, resources to pull like inexpensive furniture or things that if you needed to restage the home. This will go very well for you. May I ask what part of the country you're in?
I'm in the Northeast.
Okay.
I'm in New Jersey.
Because I almost feel like it's a turnover. There's some place, it's a turnover. So some kind of community that's kind of a turnover. I thought it was like down here where the parents moved down here 20 years ago, retired. Now they're getting older. They're dying off, and the kids are still up north, and they got to come down here and get rid of this condo or house or something. It's almost that feeling.
This is a turnover. The property that I'm working on now actually is in my mother's estate, and I'm now administering the estate. And it's so unfortunate because this home should have been mine outright. Because there were
so
are
you
of
planning on doing this?
Involved.
I'm getting confused. The more information that you give me, the messier it gets.
Okay.
Are you planning on doing this as a living, as a business?
Yes, after I get this house. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So this is your practice modular, you know? This is it. So make this work. Make your connections. Make this property work. If it's selling the things off, if there's anything to sell off, redoing, emptying out, restaging, taking some new photographs, whatever work it is, involve the family because the family will benefit. I do believe it's going to happen. Are you looking to get rid of this property before the summer? Because I get like July, August.
No, I'm looking to move in this property.
To move into it. Okay. Are
July,
you thinking
July
or August?
Would be the best time.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at
time.
too. Okay. Give it your best shot. I wish you a lot of luck. I think it'll come through July and August. Feels very positive. Everything that you need when you look at something, I'm looking at projects around my house, and I'm like, I really can't afford to get somebody to do this. How can I do this? So anything that you need to learn is on YouTube, 90%. And also some very good ideas. I see you looking on like Pinterest or different materials, like I see a gingham, stuff like that. You might be looking at different curtains, things like this to brighten up a room if you're going to sell this property. But I think the biggest thing is stripping it down, getting it down to its bones, fixing what you have to fix, and just doing a little bit to make it go.
Do you see my family finally cooperating with me and being
only
fair?
If they're going to have to, if they want the money, and that's the way I put it. This is a family business. If you want a piece of this, you need to get in here.
No. Right. I'm talking about my I'm not talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about my siblings who they've already taken other properties and sold it off and everything.
So what are you asking? Are they going to shove this off too, or are they going to help you?
No. They I don't need their help at this point. They've caused a lot of damage. I just need them to move on and stop being greedy.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think you'll be able to placate them. I would, if it's in a trust property and it's multi-owners, like by siblings, go for a free legal consultation and see what you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. But I do
I
feel you being
kinda understand
successful,
that,
okay?
but no, yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome,
Really
dear.
enjoy.
Good night, Jackie. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Hi, we have another caller, 858.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much for taking my phone call.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. And what's your name, dear?
My name is Ann, and I have a question my daughter asked me to ask, if that's okay.
Sure.
She's applying to a master's pre-med program to several schools, and I really want her to be closer to me here in California. The school is in Pomona. Do you think that she will be accepted there, or she will be not? She's applying like in a couple of days.
She's applying to local colleges.
She's applying to different schools all over the country.
Oh, okay.
I live in California, and I want her to be in California, closer to me. And that's a really good school, and it's called Western University in Pomona, California.
I think she's gonna apply to maybe, I don't know, 6, 8, 12 maybe. I think it's going to narrow down to around 4, maybe even 6. She's letting you ask the question when in reality she knows where you want her to go, but she's not so sure she wants to go there. So she's going to have to take the best offer. I made a mistake with my daughter. I moved to Pennsylvania to put her through college out there because it was cheaper for me to be a resident. I never saw her. Very rarely saw her.
Actually, she wants to go to this school because out of all the schools that she applies, it's a really good school. And she told me that, Mom, I think it's a really good school. If I could get in there, that would be the best option for me, and probably for me too.
What kind of references does she have? Does she have everything she needs?
She has good references. The school is competitive. She has good references from her employer. She worked 1 year. It's a pre-med program just for 1 year, and it's competitive, and I just don't know.
How are her grades?
They're okay, but
yeah.
I think it's within the limit that the school requests. But she has
well,
really
they're
good
going to take
references.
the top candidates is what's going to happen here. And she has to shine in some aspect. So if she has to get into another, like a volunteer program, doing something that would help her, like Tidewell or something like some kind of hospice program or something, that resume has to shine. It has to make up for those grades.
She has it. She worked in the
Okay.
hospital for 1 year, and now she works in the research lab in the health industry also.
Okay.
She has this all on her resume with great references, but the question is if she will get in.
I'm not feeling
no. You can tell me if it's no.
No, I'm not feeling a strong yes on that. It doesn't mean that she won't get it. I feel that there's something missing. And again, I'm going to tell you, her grades are not the top. They are taking the top, and she has to have something on that resume that really shines. A job is not just good enough. It's going to have to be something that really puts her over the top. That's what they're looking for.
Oh, my God.
And it's
then
a great
what
school
state do you
because
think
they're
she may
picky,
get?
you know?
So then what state? Because I told her
that
it's
I don't know.
Philadelphia,
I know
New
that
York
she's going to
State.
settle within 4 to 6. She's going to get 4 to 6 answers. She is a good candidate. It's not that she's not a good candidate. She is a very good candidate. The problem is when you're close. If it's between you and one other person, you want your resume to shine.
Do you think that she will get into any school closer to me?
Yes.
California,
yes.
Arizona.
Yes.
So she will
might
not
do
stay.
2 years by you and then move on.
Excuse me?
She may do 2 years by you, and I almost feel like she will finish the rest of it. She may move on. So that's a possibility. She might get an offer. So if she's going to do this 1 year program here, she might get an offer to go elsewhere after that. But I think she'll have her choice.
Because after that, that's a pre-med program. After she's applying to medical school. This is a program that helps to get a foot into the door of medical school. So that's why she spends 1 year to get ready, I don't know what it is. It's a special program just for people.
Right. And what I'm telling you is they're taking
Mm-hmm.
people from all over, and her resume has to shine.
Okay.
And
it's
if her
not
grades
just
are not
schools. She's
excellent,
applying to many schools.
Yeah.
That's why.
No,
so
she will
which
get
one
accepted at a school, hon. That's the question. Will she get
you know,
accepted at a school, and is it this one? If she doesn't get accepted at this one, it's because something's missing on the resume. It has to shine. That's what I'm saying.
I understand,
That's all I
but
can tell you.
will she get to the West Coast? My issue, I do not want her to be on the East Coast. I cannot see her there. I am too far away.
That would have to be a decision. I don't think she would get accepted on the East Coast. I feel more either the West or behind you to the back of the country. I don't see her going to New York. Okay?
You think like Arizona or
No,
Virginia?
yeah, something like that. Virginia even maybe, but I doubt it. Something like warm. Something warm. So,
I hope so.
All right? So lots of luck to you, dear.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. People will call in and they will ask, they'll start out with one question and then it's like 5 questions. And then it's, which is okay if you're doing a private reading, but not on the phone calling in because it's too much for me. I think it's too much for many hosts to be able to cipher through all that information. Just because you're not hearing what you expect to hear does not mean it's not coming from someplace and it's not genuine. Readings are not 100% accurate. They are probably at best 85% accurate, but we try each reader or each psychic is a little different, and I know that a lot of people here do the full rodeo. They'll call me, they'll call Jimmy Mack, they'll call Joanne Leo, they'll call Tiffany White Sage Woman, they'll call Brian, Reverend Brian, they'll call everybody trying to get the same answer, see if you can get the same answer. And all you're doing is really, because I've done this, all you're doing is really making life more difficult for yourself. If you're not getting the particular answer, will she go to the Northeast? Will she go here? That's not the question. The question was, will she get accepted at this school? Well, she could get accepted at that school, is my impression, but it is very competitive, as you just mentioned, and if it's between her and somebody else, you want that resume to shine. You're not getting the message. The message is that resume has to shine. There is something missing. There it is. That's the answer. There, you can't rewrite the question, unfortunately. So I hope that kind of clarifies. And sometimes people will not get, maybe I don't translate correctly, but what I'm getting from spirit. And that's just kind of the way it goes, unfortunately. So I try to help you answer your questions, as do a lot of readers. But this is not a private reading. This is a call-in. You're not paying for it. And we love to have you, and we love to work with you. But we can't go in too deep, unfortunately, because we just don't have the space or the time. So if you can limit your questions a little bit to your subject matter, that would be great. And if you don't get it at first, what I'm kind of giving you, it's usually a yes or no. Yes, I can take that, not a dialogue. A reading is not a dialogue. That's not how it works. The reading is, yes, I can take that. No, I'm not sure. That's a reading. That's how it works. We waste a lot of time as psychics and mediums with people who don't understand how to approach a reading, how to accept a reading, what to do during a reading. And it really, you feel exhausted by the time you're done. It's almost like a combative situation. You're trying to give what Spirit gives to you, but they're not taking it. They're not listening. They're not, and you don't get a good reading that way. So that's just my advice. Take it or leave it. We do have another caller, area code 305. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
That was very nice, your whole explanation there. I will come to the point. I'm doing an art exhibition this weekend, and I wanted to know if I'm going to sell any originals off my walls.
And what's your name? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Eileen.
An exhibition.
Yes, an art festival.
Are these black? Are there some black and white things, or something with black and white?
No.
What's the black and white there? Is it the sign? Is it some imagery? Are there going to be black and whites around? Like, is it
Not
photos?
in my
is
work.
it artwork?
Not my work. Yes,
is
it's
it photos or is
prints.
it? Oh, it's paintings. Okay.
Paintings and prints.
Okay.
Yes.
I see where I see the exhibit. I was seeing something with black and white, almost like a what do you call that? Like the black and white tiles. You know, you ever see those old tiles on the floor?
Sure.
Black and white. Sort of like that, but like with a joker. So I forget what that symbolizes. Like Mardi Gras or something. I don't know. Something like that. So there may be something like that in the area around, maybe Joker Pizza or gambling or something. I don't know. But anyway, that was the first thing I was getting. As far as yes, the answer to your question is yes. Do you have different sizes?
Yes.
Okay. Are there some smaller ones?
Yes.
Okay. I feel as if they're easier to go faster because it's. I feel like they're more intense almost. I feel like they're more eye-catching. I feel that people are drawn to the smaller picture. Okay, so you might want to put them up front or put them, use them to draw them in. I don't know if you've thought of that.
I have a 10-foot booth. It's an outside festival. And I have a 10-foot booth, and all my walls are white. And people come in. It's like an upside-down seat. It's like a seat.
Okay.
They walk in, and then they get hit with my color and my imagery.
Good. Okay.
And then in the back, I'll have two big pieces, and then I have smaller ones underneath, and then I have all variety of sizes on the left, and on the right I have bins and three big pieces on the right.
Okay. The smaller pieces will go quickly, and the smaller pieces will draw them closer to the bigger ones. I feel somebody's attracted to a smaller one will end up buying a bigger one.
Cool. Great.
Which is really good. And the colors are fabulous. They're almost, why would I use the word translucent? Why would I use that word?
Well, they're watercolors.
Oh, okay. Then that's why I'm using the word translucent. Okay. Very pretty. Are there, I almost feel like I'm sinking into a painting. Would you understand that feeling? Like when I'm looking at it, it's drawing me in?
Yes, they're three-dimensional. People want to live in my work.
Oh, okay. Great. I think you're going to be very successful, not just at this one, but at future exhibits. And I feel like there's a name coming up that some kind of show or some kind of buyer or something, I almost want to say Rome. I don't know why I'm saying Rome, like in Italy, but it might be like Romansky, something like that, some kind of name, but it's ROM something. I don't know what that means, but I'll give it to you. I feel like there's something bigger coming. You're going to work your way up, and I know you've been doing steps to do that. There's something coming. I feel a lot more positive, something like a May onward, okay? So by mid-year here, you're feeling more confident, and I feel like you're displaying your work in a few different locales, okay? Does that answer your question?
Yes, and I've been doing this for 50 years. And a year and a half ago, I changed my direction. I put out some prayers to God, and I said, this is where I'm headed, this is where I'm going, and I want a different audience, and He's expanding me in ways that are richer.
Are you by water?
Yeah, I live on the East Coast.
Okay, good.
And that's where I sell. I'm going to be near the water again. I live by the water, and that's I do shows by the water.
Good, excellent.
Not this one. I can't see the water, but I can smell it.
Okay, great, because that is a very successful area for you. It's a good area. It's a good energy for you, and it's the kind of people that you want. I don't know if it's vacationers or tourists or that's exactly what you want. You're getting out of the box. But there's some kind of big plan going on here, and I agree with you. What you asked for, you're a smart girl. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it long enough. You know the ins and outs of this, and you know how to make it manifest, and good for you. You're doing a good job. But I feel like there's some kind of name here that is important. I don't know if it's Rome, Italy. Does that mean after you do all this, you can afford a trip to Italy? I don't know. But I feel like there's a name here, ROM. okay? And I don't know what that is. That could be something important. So I will leave you with that.
Since I just want to share this with you. Since January, I said, God, I'm hearing you, and I've been putting out prayers, and I wrote letters to cruise ship companies because I want them to come back to me because I've already sailed 5 or 6 different ships teaching artwork. And now I'm feeling like I'm being drawn to go back to Italy and paint. So I'm asking God, I have a break between this month, and please send me on another ship, and I want to go back to Italy.
Oh, good, good. Well, maybe that's what the ROM is, Rome, which is what I initially thought, and I thought maybe it was just a name. Good luck to you. That sounds beautiful. I think you're going to make that. And you're doing exactly everything right. I hope the other callers are listening to you, and I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to take your advice.
So much.
You're welcome, dear. Goodbye, Eileen.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's see. I guess we're on hold here for a little bit. Let me see if we have anybody else. Otherwise, okay. So that was a very good lesson for me to listen to, is how this lady is manifesting her dream, her purpose. She's been battling it out, I think she said 50 years, and using her creativity. You have to be a special kind of person to do that, and apparently she's doing it very well. So that's a great lesson in how to manifest. Normally I think that's kind of woo-woo, I don't kind of buy all that, but I have to say, if it works for you, I know when I need help from my spirit guides and angels that one thing I was told by a very good angel reader, Laura Romero, is you don't ask for help enough. Like, help is there for us. They're waiting to help us in any way that they can, and you have to have faith and take that first step. I would also like to, there's a few things I wanted to mention while I have a moment, and nobody's calling in, so I think they're probably done for this evening. Let's see. On my website, CarolanCarey.com, we have Psychic Arts Month at Sarasota Center of Light. If you are around the Sarasota, Florida area, March 4th, I have a class, Psychometry, which is about reading the energy from an object. You can jumpstart your intuition by turning into family mementos, jewelry, antiques, etc. So bring any objects you would like to know more about to that class. Also, March 6th, Myrna Liu, who was supposed to be our guest tonight, who unfortunately is ill, will be holding a free lecture, 10 to 11, fascinating lecture on palmistry. And what does your lifeline say? Readings are available right after that lecture for 10 minutes. There are mini palmistry readings at $10 following her class and her question and answer discussion. March 11th, learn to do angel intuitive readings. That is 7 to 9 p.m. Laura Romero, radio show host. She is an angel intuitive reader and a healer. Learn how to work with the angelic realm in this intuitive class. Tune into the angelic realm around you. If you own an angel deck but you're not quite sure how to work with it, bring that with you and learn what your angel guides have to say. March 18th, Monday, 7 to 9, $15, or a reading by me, Carolan Carey, Psychic Medium. Learn how to access the information in your client's aura, add depth to your client's readings and healings, or learn how to discern the people around you. What do colors surrounding a person mean? So this is going to be an interesting class. I hope you will join me with that. March 30th, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., blockbuster psychic Joanne Leo will be doing 30-minute readings at the Sarasota Center of Light. She is called the Soul Reader. She presents her unique blockbuster reading style of tarot with a twist and psychic numerology just for you. Advanced registration is requested. Please call me because I'm keeping track of her reservations for her at 941-779-3971. So that takes care of that. I just wanted to bring that up because we were doing something a little bit different at the Sarasota Central Light. We primarily focus on mediumship and healing there, but we're doing some fun subjects, and we have a lot of great guests coming in. I wanted to speak also, if you don't mind, about a gentleman called me right before the show, to book a reading, but he was very curious about the things that are happening in his life psychically, and it almost sounds like mediumship. He can see members of his family. He can feel them. He kind of can hear things. I mean, he sounds like he has quite a lot of clairaudience and clairvoyance. And those are absolutely fabulous skills. That's what you need to do psychic work or mediumship. And he was asking about that, and I felt kind of bad that he has these abilities, and he's not quite sure. He's not sure if he can turn them off or if he should work with them, and realizes it takes a lot of work. So we're going to go over that when he does his reading next month with me. But for all of you out there that you have some kind of intuition going on, that's a sixth sense for us. That is a gift to us. Sometimes we forget to use it. As children, we are more aware of it, and then as we get older, we probably get talked out of it or don't be silly or whatever. But to trust that intuition again takes courage, and it takes faith, but it really is there. If something doesn't feel right, you may not want to do that. Whoops, I have a caller here, Laura from New Jersey at, let's see, area code 856. Hi, Laura. How can I help you?
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to know if you have any messages coming in for me, or do you want a specific question?
Let's see who I have here. Laura, do you have a brother alive or passed?
I have two brothers that are alive.
Okay. I feel like I have a couple of people in spirit for you. Is this I have a female here. Is there an aunt, like a mom's sister or a dad's sister? Yeah. Okay, good. I want to talk to you about her. She comes forward and asked about saying hello to your brothers. So that's why I asked you, why do you have brothers? I have I want to say thank you for your consideration. Do you understand what that would mean? Were you considerate to her? Is there something about considering? Are you considering something?
No. And I don't know which aunt it is because I have a whole bunch of aunts and uncles up there.
Are they all in spirit?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, you have a big family over there. Okay.
I do.
Let me ask you this way. You ask your question, and then I'll see how these people in spirit relate. Ask me your question.
I would just like to know what's in store for me moving, if I'm going to be moving out of state, career opportunities around moving, or if I'm going to stay in New Jersey.
Okay. I think what I'm getting, do you have anything to do with, this is crazy, but I'm going to say it anyway. What does the state of Utah mean to you? Anything?
No.
Okay. What I'm getting is the state of Utah. I don't know what that means. Or Utah. Yeah, that could also be Utah Beach in Normandy. It could be a ship named Utah. Just put that on the side. I don't know what that means. I feel as if you want job offers, you're going to have to seek them. I do feel a move, and I do feel a better job. But once again, that's kind of the theme tonight. You have to look within yourself. What do you have to offer, and where do you want to go with this? What kind of job are you looking for?
Something managerial, and I was thinking maybe going further south into warmer climates.
Okay. This would be what I kind of get south of you and west of you. So maybe not Florida, but west of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Arizona. I don't know what's out there. Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. That's kind of up. But I feel more west. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But since you have, you're not tied down. Are you single?
Yes.
Okay. So since you're not tied down, take it into consideration, I think is the word that I was getting from an aunt. And this particular aunt, is there anybody with I'll tell you what I'm getting. I get somebody with a K. K name, I think, and also that has big earrings. Was familiar with, would normally wear, like, I feel like a big earrings or a big, and I think she's been gone probably at least 20 years. Does that make sense to you? Think about that. Okay, well, think about that. Was she gone more than 5 years? Do you have an aunt that died about 5 years ago?
All my aunts and uncles have died long ago.
Okay, so it's over 20 years ago then.
Yes.
Okay. This lady had big earrings at that time. There's a K name associated with her. Could be her married name. I don't know. Or where she lived. She is saying, what I think when she said consideration, I didn't know whether it was you were considerate or you were considering. So I'm going to take it to be, take it under consideration if you get a job, an offer, or an area that you're looking at that is out of your comfort zone, that is out of the Northeast, that is more west, south and west of you, it is something you may want to investigate. Okay?
Okay.
I feel as if, you're free as a bird, really, and you can pick up and take, this is the rest of your life. It's sort of like a little risky, but if you're single, if you don't take the risk, you won't get the prize. Is the impression. Now, it's easy for me to say I'm not taking the risk, but you sound like you're a young woman. It sounds like you have the ability to take a risk, to jump in off the deep end and do exactly what you like. May I ask you, what are you considering as a career or management? Because I feel a lot of people skills here. I feel that there's an aptitude for finance, and I feel that there is maybe more needed in like training people or something like that. Does anything sound like what you're interested in?
Training manager.
Okay. I feel that you would have, I almost feel like this is a conference center, and it's dry heat. It's warmer there. Could be California, could be Arizona, could be something like that. But it's a conference. I feel like I'm at a conference center, and there are people coming from all over the United States. Okay, and maybe interns from other countries. Not sure. This could be a company. I get the word global here. And what you need to do for apply, and I would look at this is like a recruiting, conference room training kind of place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel that is a possibility. It's an opportunity. Make your resume or your CV sparkle, okay? Get your references to sparkle. You have it in you. And I think you're going to get it because what I feel is what I'm seeing on your feet are very nice high heels, very nice, sexy. Not stripper shoes or anything, but excuse me for saying that, but like very nice, like you're very nicely dressed. That says to me that your career choice is coming. That you're up for it. Okay.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, so make sure you have your ducks in a row. Excuse me for using cliches, but sometimes that's what spirit gives me. I feel this is a dry heat. Maybe I keep getting like Arizona feeling, and that people fly in there for training, maybe for a particular company, or maybe that's where they send their recruits. You know what I mean? So this could be a big firm, a big corporation. So,
okay.
Look at that. Okay. And what I like about it is you can travel around and you can transfer around. So you can stay with the same company and go to a different locale. Are you thinking about going to Key West?
I was.
Oh, okay. They had just mentioned that, so I guess that's going to happen, or it's on your brain to happen. Would be 3 days or more.
No, I mean, I actually was thinking about Key West for a job relocation.
Oh, okay. I like that too. It's hot, not quite what I was seeing as Arizona, but there's whatever position it is that I think you're going to choose, there is traveling involved. So it could be going from one conference center to another. And there's different venues, different locales, different weather, different climate. You know what I'm saying? But there's a hub someplace, and I feel that you're working for a company that people are flying in there to be trained. And maybe you're on that staff. Just a possibility. But I'm thinking, so I would kind of look at that. If Key West is standing out here, this is maybe a strong possibility. Just make sure that CV is sparkling clean. You know what I mean? Like, it's energetic. It's, you know what I mean? It's powerful. You're confident. You're the bomb. You're it. And start developing, even if you have to steal it from someone else's managerial skills, like something from what's some of these big motivational speakers. Use those cliches. Use those verses. Use those, what do you call that? Just like a snapshot, I would call it. Use those motivational things and make it like your own. Put your own twist on it, and I think you're going to be fine.
Oh, great. Thank you. I will. I'll work on that. Thank you so much.
Great. I'm very happy. I'm glad I made some sense to you.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay, Laura, thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, listeners, tonight for calling in, even though we don't have any magical guests tonight except myself. I hope I was of some help to you. I really enjoy doing readings. It's a little different on the phone rather than, on the radio show than in person. I do a lot of readings by phone, which I find easier because I don't have to, not that I don't want to see you, but I don't have to please you with what I'm getting. I can just, it just downloads to me and I just give it. So what happens, and I think a few other readers would agree with me, that if you're stopping the flow with, well, what about this or what about that, or, when you're stopping the flow with what your intention is, you're not listening to what's coming in. And that can put the reader off a little bit. I'm not making excuses, but anyway, I'm just saying, to get the best reading, let it flow. It's a little hard to do that, but I think you'll get a better reading that way. And approach somebody that you trust. Approach people that maybe get a referral. I've had a lot of readings in my life, either from students or practicing, or I've contacted readers for different things. The particular style is different with each reader, but the message is really the same. You are calling for their input. You will know right away whether you're going to resonate with this person. The problem is you cannot make them give you the answer that you want. That's why you're calling. I called a few readers, and when I had a particular question, trying to get different input, that can be even more confusing. You maybe need to go with one person that you trust. It could be me. It could be somebody else that really gets you and gets the vibration that you're on and what's going to happen. And it's only advice. It doesn't mean you have to take it. It's not 100% accurate. It's a feeling. You have to learn to trust your own intuition, and sometimes we need to be validated, and sometimes we just need a shove off the cliff. You know what I mean? This young lady that just called in, what a wonderful opportunity for her. But I would have been scared at her age to take such a chance. I was too timid about things. I didn't believe in myself. So if you have something you want to try, you really have to believe in yourself. This 12 years preparing for a full-time mediumship for me has been, if I didn't get readings, it was okay because I had a salary. Well, I'm retired now, so I have a little salary, but I do have to hustle readings, and I hate to put it like that, but when I put it out that I'm going to make a change, I would say to my spirit guides, would like the readings. This is a busy time down here for us in Sarasota. We're in season, they call it, when everyone from all over the world flies into here to enjoy our beautiful weather. So it's massively crowded for a small town and a beautiful city. And so we're all pretty busy, which is great. We were not busy all winter because we had red tide, which makes people choke and cough. But now the weather is better. The water is beautiful and clear, and we don't have that problem. So now we're working double time, but which is wonderful, but it does kind of drive you a little crazy. But it's different selling for me. It's different doing this. It's not just going to work and putting my time in. It's learning to be more creative, how to pull things out of myself, how to word things, how to do things different, how to present myself. So I'm in the same boat as you are. If you're trying to go forward, we're going to have to change things. We may have to let go of the way we think it should go and be open to the way it may go. And Spirit certainly adds a wonderful dimension to that and allows you to maybe see a little bit what's coming for you, to help guide you. But just be aware, sometimes what we want is not the best thing, but if you trust Spirit, the best thing will happen, and they will help you. So I hope I haven't bored you to tears too much tonight. We have just a few minutes left, so I'm going to end so you don't have to listen to me anymore. I really appreciate you calling in. Once again, if you're interested in any of those topics that I mentioned at Sarasota Center of Light, please go to my website, carolancarey.com. If you'd like to book a private reading with me during March, I'm taking appointments now for March, and that is a half-hour reading for $40. If you're in Sarasota and would like an in-person reading, please give me a call, and we'll talk about that. If you're interested in any classes, please give me a call. And I hope you have a beautiful week. And I think I'm going to pull one card for all of you that are going on here. You've got different power strength. Here it is. I really like this card. This is from that Wisdom of Avalon cards. The dragon is the card that I pulled. Sounds kind of woo-woo, but what the dragon means is power and strength, and it's a beautiful card. The number on it is 24, and it means power and strength. So we know that you have that in you. With whatever you try, just keep going and give it your best shot and put some sparkle on there, and I'm sure you're going to do marvelously. Thank you for calling in. Till next time.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, wah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. You'll proudly mow the lawn. Ask if anybody noticed you mowed the lawn. Tell people to stay off the lawn. Compare it to your neighbor's lawn. And complain about having to mow the lawn again. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Which, of course, will go right into the lawn. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, Affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.